Coming up today, we got a sub sandwich that's going to sure to please any size appetite and an awesome dessert to follow. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Rhonda Fitterer.
And I'm Laverne Dede.
And we got a submitted recipe by your sister Mary, my Aunt Mary Fitter.
Yes.
Lemon dessert, which can't wait to get at. But first we're going to start with that man-sized sub bacon cheddar.
Chicken cheddar sub.
There's lots of stuff in there. It's not just man-sized, but I think if you know a man-sized hunger, they're going to devour it. And
just an big appetite.
Yes.
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 All right. Well, let's go over here to the stove, and we're going to first start with, we're going to saute and cook our chicken breasts.
Okay.
It says to do about 12 ounces of chicken breast, so we're going to put a little bit of olive oil in our skillet here.
Okay. And we don't cut these in strips or anything first. We're just cooking them whole.
We're going to cut them when after they're cooked.
Okay.
And there, so. But another tip or saving step is we're going to saute our onions.
Okay.
In this. So I just cut my purple onions.
Okay.
We're going to put them in here. And I'm going to drizzle them a little bit with olive oil too.
Okay.
And we'll get them sauteed here.
So if you got a big enough pan, save some steps.
That's right. So we'll just a little bit there and coat them. And I'm going to take some garlic salt here and just put a little bit on our chicken breasts.
Okay.
It says about a 1/4 teaspoon, so I'm going to just sprinkle lightly here. And this is garlic salt.
Okay.
There. And then a little bit of pepper. With that, and so while we got this going here, we're going to go over, and there's a couple of steps we want to do with our lemon cheesecake dessert.
Okay, so let's get that cooking.
Yes. This one is a very light dessert.
Okay.
Light cheesecake, excellent. I did take, already I started this, take a package of lemon Jell-O, 1 cup boiling water.
Okay.
And boil your water and then just dissolve your Jell-O. And you want your Jell-O a little bit thickened, but you don't want it to set.
Okay.
So we got that. And we're going to add 3 tablespoons, or 3 tablespoons of lemon juice.
Okay.
To this dessert here. Okay, there we go. And we'll just mix that up here. And it is starting to, get thicken a little bit, but let's just go ahead and set this in the fridge.
Okay.
For about 5-10 minutes.
All right.
And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make our graham cracker crust.
Okay.
We start with 2 cups of crushed graham crackers. And, say 2 tablespoons of sugar.
All right. And obviously we're putting this in a plastic container. We don't need to bake this crust.
It's not going to be baked. That's
correct. It's truly a no-bake dessert.
Right. Yes. And the thing is, you can put it in a 9x13 glass pan or something like this. But I like to use, I got a 9x13 Tupperware thing, because then you got a lid to put it on and put it in the fridge. So this too, you need to, it needs to set 4 to 6 hours or like overnight.
Okay.
But I've already got one made.
Well,
so we're going to
you're planning ahead.
That's right. So now I'm going to use a 1/3 cup melted butter.
Okay.
And we'll just mix that up there and then just press that into the bottom of the pan.
And nothing works better than the hand.
That's right. When you're in this here, it's hard just to do it with a spoon or, just to really mix it at all. So just use your hands and put that in. And definitely soften or melt your butter, otherwise it takes quite a bit to try to blend
Sure.
that. Okay, but we're going to, I need a dish here because we want to take a little bit of this out. I'm going to just do about a half a cup here.
Okay.
Garnish that, and then that's going to be our garnish for on top of the cheesecake.
Sure.
So just press that down.
Now chicken sizzling over there.
Yeah, we can hear that, can't we? Just get my hands off here. Okay, I'll just rinse off my hand and then we'll go over and check our chicken and our onions. And the purple onions aren't quite as strong as your other onions. Mm-hmm. And that's so we just want there. And I'm just going to put a little bit more pepper and salt on, or pepper and a couple of shakes of garlic salt on this side here. You know, not just much, just a couple of shakes there.
Okay.
I'm going to turn that down just a smidge. Like I said, just coat your onions with that olive oil.
Oh, that doesn't take long to fry it at all.
It doesn't. So now we're going to come over here and we're going to set the dessert aside.
Okay.
And we're going to, you have a 1/3 cup mayonnaise here.
Okay.
And we're going to put a tablespoon of your dry mustard, your
Okay.
dry ground mustard. So we're going to put that in there. And we'll just take that and we'll just, because this is the dressing you're going to put on top your submarine sandwiches.
Okay.
And it's a hot sub because you will have the chicken and then we're going to put some bacon on it and you know the onions and the cheddar cheese. And then we're going to wrap it in foil and put it in the oven and bake it for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
So
We'll see if Subway starts making these soon.
yeah. So I'm going to just, I've got some French bread here, you know, your mini loaves of French bread. The recipe did ask for baguettes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I couldn't find the baguettes that I needed. They had some that were to par bake and they were very small.
Okay.
And you know, that's not what you want for a sub sandwich.
Well, this would be great for anything coming up. You know, we're getting into the end of football and football season.
Oh.
This would be awesome for a Super Bowl party.
Wouldn't it though? I think it would, but I think you might need to double your recipe.
Well, depending on the size of the party, you're absolutely
Probably
right.
Okay, I'm going to just come over here again and want to check this here. You know, the onions are pretty well sauteed. I'm going to take them out.
Okay.
Oh, we better use a clean plate.
Yes.
Okay, set that aside. We gotta. No, you don't want to use a plate that you had raw chicken in. Okay.
Yeah, those are cooked up well.
Yeah, it doesn't take long for those. And then we'll just check. Nope. This is the best way to do it. Okay. Let's just set that aside there and let's just see how our chicken is doing. And I'm going to just kind of check, cut it a little bit here and see. Oh, just a
little bit longer.
Just a little bit longer, not too much. Okay. Turn the heat down with that. So we'll just let that cook a little bit more. And what we're going to do now is we're going to hollow out the bottom half of the sub, so when we put our chicken in there,
Okay.
and bacon and cheddar cheese, it has and the onion, a little more place to you know, hold that in, all your good ingredients. And you don't need to do the top, it's just the bottom, so
Okay.
it has like a little boat to put that in there. And you know what I would do with this here bread that we're taking out? Make some breadcrumbs, you know, butter some breadcrumbs to put over noodles, buttered noodles.
Yep.
With breadcrumbs like that. Tastes so good. Okay, so we got that set aside. And so we're going to just take this here and we're going to just put a little bit on the top and the bottom of our subs here.
Okay. So with the dry mustard, you said this is a little bit spicier sauce that we're adding right now.
Right, it
Okay.
is. Okay, we'll put a little bit more on this one here.
Perfect.
You know, you get a little bit of zip to that dressing with the dry mustard.
Sure do.
Okay, so we'll just set that aside here. Let's just put that up on top here,
Okay.
because we'll put that pan here. And I'm gonna double check this chicken now. Okay. That end there is a little bit thicker, so we want to just have it go just a little bit longer.
Okay.
Okay. So what we can come over here and get our lemon dessert going, our lemon
Okay.
cheesecake. We're going to start with 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese.
Okay.
And we're going to whip that really good. And we add a teaspoon of vanilla. So we'll put that in there. And I maybe should set that over here a little bit so the audience can see more of what we're doing.
Do you need the Jell-O out of the fridge?
We can take that out, yes.
Okay.
But we'll whip this up to make the cream cheese really whip it good.
Okay.
But this is optional. I'm going to add a couple of drops of yellow food coloring.
Okay.
Just to make, you know, your lemon dessert a little bit more yellow. Okay, and now I have my other spatula. And we're going to add a half a cup of honey.
Okay.
So now we've taken the dessert and we have made it healthy. So every bite you will not feel guilty with. And so the honey is that sweetener in there, and we don't add any other sugar
Okay.
to that.
Well, that's an excellent natural sugar.
It is. The only food that'll never spoil. And that, we're going to go back over here again and just check to see how this is going. And I want to check that again.
Just a little bit longer.
Just a little bit here. You know, what I'm going to do is just cut some little slices here and just
Sure.
put it in here. Then that way they're going to cook a little bit faster. But like I said, it just a little bit. This end of the chicken breast was
Very thick.
a little thicker. Yeah. And you know, one thing, it says, you know, to cook the chicken breast like this, but you know, I would think, you know, probably to save a step, you know, just to slice it maybe when it's raw and then just cook it, it probably would go a little faster.
The way you're doing it though, and just cutting it right at the end though, is going to keep it soft instead of having each part grilled.
That, and yeah, it won't dry out as quickly, yes. See, and I can see that this part of the chicken is already done. So let's just cut up this here and just saute that a little bit more.
Kind of depends on what, if you would want a softer, juicier chicken, or if you like that grilled taste.
Mm-hmm.
You got a couple options there.
Yeah. And that grilled taste is, I mean, I think it's good.
It is.
Now, so it's just very little bit there left. Okay. Let's just leave that go. And then when we're whipping this here, we're also going to whip Dream Whip.
Okay.
I know that this isn't probably, this is something that's been around for many, many years.
It has.
But it's not something I've used a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You can either use, it says 2 envelopes of Dream Whip, and you want to whip that, you know, till it's stiff peaks. Or you can take a can of evaporated milk that's really chilled and beat that. But that will lose its volume quicker, where this does not. You know, it makes that dessert just stay really nice, light and fluffy.
Okay.
You know, it keeps the volume to that. And for each packet, you use a 1/2 cup of milk.
Okay.
So for the 2, we're going to use a whole cup of milk.
Okay.
So we'll get that in there. And you know, I think our chicken is going to be about ready, and our Jell-O, it's just setting up just a little bit. Then that's all you want to do. Make sure it's just cool and just beginning to just thicken a little bit.
Okay.
So we'll go over here, get our chicken. Okay, that's looking really pretty good here. I'm going to take these couple of pieces here and finish cutting them. And I'll just leave these lay right in here for just another few moments. Okay. And I'll just take that, put that on my cutting board here.
Okay.
And I've already, you know, cooked some bacon, because we're going to put some bacon strips on there. And, you know, doesn't bacon just adds that extra flavor to any sandwich? I think it's a wonderful ingredient. There.
All right. This is going to be an awesome sandwich.
And then when we get that put together, we're going to wrap it in foil.
Okay.
And we're going to put it in the oven and bake that for about 10 minutes. So while that is baking, we're going to be able to finish up our dessert. So we'll have them both done about the same time.
Okay. And when we put this in the oven, you said 10 minutes. Is it 350 degrees, or what temperature do we have our oven set at?
At 350.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to be at, 350.
Okay.
So we're going to just take this chicken here and just put that down in there. And like I said, you know, hollowing that out just a little bit makes that little extra well to hold your ingredients.
It's your own personal boat.
Yes. I'll get the rest of this, and we're going to put that in there. So with those 2 chicken breasts, like I said, it says for roughly about 12 ounces.
Sure.
And it's hard to say, you know, if it was exactly 12 ounces or if it was a smidge more, that's okay. You know, it's always nice to have extra meat in there. You have a man-sized sandwich there.
Well, it goes quite far, too.
Yes, get that off. So now we're going to put a couple of strips of cooked bacon in there.
Okay.
You know, it says 9 strips, but it just, whatever you have, you know, just to make it. And it depends upon how thick your bacon is. This was, you know, not as thick as I thought it was going to be, so I might add just a little bit more there. And then we're going to top with cheddar cheese yet on top of that.
Okay.
So.
And onion.
And that finish, top that with that onion. All right.
All right. And so for the sauce that's on there, obviously, you know, we put that on the bread. Is there any other sauce that's going to go on this? Or?
Nope.
Okay.
We're not, but you know, that doesn't mean that if you like something, you know, I mean, you certainly can add something else
sure
if you want.
Well, I wouldn't think I don't see where we're lacking on any taste here. We got that mustard and spread, and we're going to be adding cheese, and we got salt and pepper with the
and that
on the chicken. So
yeah, the garlic, salt, and stuff. So it definitely has, like you said, it won't be lacking for flavor there.
Okay.
So we'll just take those there. And, you know, I had this cheddar cheese, and I was thinking, oh, do I have cheddar cheese? And I have plenty of your shredded cheddar cheese. I think you could use that too. It would be maybe a little bit more difficult to keep it on there, but it certainly would work.
Sure.
Okay, now I want to wipe off my cutting board here. And we're going to get that aluminum foil.
Okay.
We're going to get those, and we're going to just press that down. So you can see that that's going to make a nice meaty.
Those are big sandwiches.
There, yeah. Wrap that really tight. I almost need more foil there, but we're going to make it. Okay. Got just an opening there, but that's going to be just fine. And you can make these, say, the night before and wrap them in foil.
Oh, absolutely. Just have them ready to go for the oven.
That's right. So if you were wanting to do something like this for a Super Bowl party or, you know, another event,
sure,
make it the day before, and you're going to just have to pop them in the oven, and it's just 10 minutes. But now, if I refrigerated it overnight, you want to bake it a little longer till the cheese melts.
Right. Well, and especially being that chicken's warm, it's melting the cheese in there already.
It is. Okay, so we're going to pop that in the oven, and we'll just set that timer. Okay, and I got it for 350 already.
Okay.
So now we can set this all aside. And we need to, like I said, whip our Dream Whip and our cream cheese and stuff. So
I get the control of one.
You get the control of one, absolutely. So we'll get this whipped, and then we'll be back shortly with our audience. Okay?
Sounds great.
Okay, I think that's okay. That's got nice peaks to that Dream Whip, so that looks like that's done.
Okay.
And we'll just. There we go. And then the cream cheese and the honey, we've whipped that really good, and it's nice and light and fluffy.
Okay.
So we're going to add our lemon Jell-O, and as you can see, well, my oven's going off, but I know it's not done. It's, you know, it's not set, but it's just a little bit thick, so you got a little bit of consistency there.
Okay.
And we're going to add that to our cream cheese and honey mixture. Just slowly whip that up.
It's what giving our dessert a tang.
Yes. You know, it's, if you like lemon, you're gonna love this dessert, but it's not real overpowering. You'd almost kind of think it was, for the fact that, you know, we added that extra lemon to the Jell-O, but it's just a real light, refreshing dessert. So we'll get that blended up just a little bit more here.
Okay.
And then what we do is we're going to fold our Dream Whip in there. Just fold that in there, and that's it.
That's it. And we just refrigerate it again. You said about 4 to 6 hours?
4 to 6 hours, or like overnight, or just whatever.
Okay.
And that, but you know, it just sets up real nice and fluffy, and it's excellent.
Okay.
So, okay. So we've got that blended well. So we're just going to take that, and I'm going to just take this and I'll just fold that in with the Jell-O and the cream cheese. And this Dream Whip, you know, it just, like I said, it adds nice volume. You get some nice height and just that real light dessert with that in there and stuff.
Well, it's a real cream cheesecake, but you know, if you've ever made those baked cheesecakes, you're talking 5-6 ounces. I mean, 5-6 packages of cream cheese to make one of those
there,
like a New York style, which are excellent. But this, you still get the taste and not quite as many calories.
That's right. And you remember the honey made it
Healthy.
That's right.
We got to keep telling ourselves this, right?
Absolutely. And don't add this and beat it with your mixer. You do just want to fold it
Okay.
in. And that's so. Okay, so we can get our crust over here and just add that in there. So like I said, you can see that it makes a nice size filling to it. It's not a chintzy
Absolutely.
dessert here. Okay.
That spread all in there nice.
And yeah, it's soft right now, and that's the way it will be until it sets up. And of course, you know your Jell-O, as it thickens.
Right.
That's going to set that up. And now we're going to take these crumbs, and we're just going to put that on top of the cheesecake here.
Okay.
And I think our, you know, subs will be done here real shortly too. So. Okay.
Perfect dessert after a
Isn't that
nice
just-
big sub.
Yeah, it looks great there. So we're going to just set that aside here.
Okay.
And like I said, we already had one made. And okay, our oven is going on for our subs. So
Okay.
I'm going to just go ahead and turn that off here. And just leave it just for a moment.
Okay.
And let's just cut our cheesecake here.
And you have already tested this out on a couple of my aunts that were here this past weekend, and you had rave reviews, didn't you?
They took the recipe with them.
That's always a sign of a good recipe when
It is.
you send it
So,
home.
that when they ask for it, well, that's the biggest compliment you can have when somebody asks for a recipe.
Yep.
And well, of course, you know, we're on our show here to share recipes.
Right.
But like I said, it's the greatest compliment when you.
Well, and they're here and they come with recipes that they make for their families, so it's a good give and take
we always have
there.
a nice trade-off here. So I'm going to just pull this out here, and I'm going to just get the subs out, and let's just check them here and make sure that they're melty. That cheese here.
Oh, smells great.
Oh, it is.
It's melted.
It's
And they're
melted.
hot.
It is hot. Looking for my knife here. And this here, you know, you can easily especially if you're gonna kind of use it more like a hors d'oeuvre type thing, you know. You can cut this in fourths or thirds.
Sure.
And that, I want to lift this out and just take it off here, and we'll just leave this one there. It's going to be easier to cut if I take it up here.
Well, and if you cut it in smaller pieces and use it as an hors d'oeuvre, especially if you're throwing together lots of stuff,
yeah,
these will go fast.
Yeah, yes, definitely. So, but if you were just going to have a nice hearty sandwich, this is
Perfect.
This is what you're going to want. We lost a piece of bacon here, and I'm going to just put that right in there.
All right.
And stuff. So,
well, these look absolutely awesome.
Look good.
Can't wait to dig into this.
And after eating that, you do need just a light dessert.
Just a light dessert.
That's right.
You got to top it off.
Yeah. But like I said, you know, you can just see how light and fluffy that is, and
absolutely.
Just wonderful.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Thank you so much, Aunt Mary, for submitting your recipe for your lemon cheesecake. And we got this awesome grilled chicken sub here. Please try these recipes because they are absolutely wonderful. And when you submit your recipes to us, we not only put them at the workshop for you to pick those recipes up, you could also register, put your name in for a drawing for your own KitchenAid mixer. Please submit those recipes to us. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us today, and have a great one.